Okay, review 2. I'm going to open it up here. I'll minimize this window, enable, save as, come over to my Access Homework folder, add my last name, enable content. Okay, so in this database we have one table. Let's open it up and see what we have here. Double click to open. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields. I'm going to go to design view just to see what's going on. The exercise, like the other table, uses a number field as a primary key. And all the rest of these are short text here. I see they did not adjust the field size. So that's something that we would have wanted to do if we set up this table. I'll go back to datasheet view. And again, the short text size allows you to type in information. This table has 20 records. I can see down here by looking at that. I'm going to close this. And we'll look at the form. So the form is going to have the same 20 records, right? And we can enter information here in our form. If we wanted to add a new record, we would just click on this yellow splash and it would bring us to a new blank record. And again, the form is built from the table. I'm going to close this. Queries are when you want to ask questions about certain information and certain records. And you can use tables to create queries or forms or even other queries. So they named this query no equipment required. I'm going to double click to open it. And it looks like it's not using all of the fields from the exercise table, which is fine. They only want certain information. I'm going to come down here to the bottom right and click on Design View. And here are the fields that they added to the query. And you can add fields just by double clicking up here, and they will come down here. If you get one on here that you don't want, you see how my cursor looks like that upside down arrow? I'm going to click there once, and I could use the delete key on my keyboard if I wanted to get rid of that. So here, this query is asking to see, I'm going to add that field back by double clicking over here, equipment 2, is asking to see from the equipment 1 field all the exercises that do not require equipment. So if we go back down in the right-hand corner to datasheet view again, which runs our query, it's the same thing as running, we can see here that these all say none. I'm going to open up, I'm going to close this query, try to keep one object open. And do we want to save any changes? No. And open up the exercises. So actually, I'm sorry, this query does show all the fields, but I wanted to open this up so that we can come back and see how it did that. Here's none, here's none, here's none. So when you create a query and you enter your criteria, one thing is spelling counts. Actually, upper and lowercase does not count, but exact spelling will count. So if you make a typo in your criteria, you might not get the results that you're looking for. I'm going to close this table and open up this query. Let's see. So this query is just asking for exercises that have the type of strength. Again, if we look at our table, we can see under type there's strength, cardio, stretching. Close the table. I'm on my query. I'm going to go to Design View. And here we can see under type, the criteria, they entered the word strength. When we run our query or go back to Datasheet View, I like to use the tools down here in the bottom right corner. We can see that it ran correctly, and we have 13 records, 13 exercises that are strength type exercises. Okay, for review 2, we are going to open up our exercise table, and now we're going to filter the table just for abs. So sometimes maybe you don't want to create a query, you just, because the queries save here, so they're always good to look at. And if you ever added records to your table that met the requirements of these queries, they would automatically be added to the queries. But we just want to take a quick look to see the ab exercises. So we can just do a simple filter, and we can do that actually right from the field here. And I'm going to choose select all so that it unchecks everything, and I just want to see abs, and I'll say okay. And here's our abs. Now up here in my ribbon, if I click on the toggle filter, no filter, yes filter. So Access will remember one filter, meaning that if I close this, and do I want to save the changes? Yes, because I want to save my filter. And I open it up again, I can still come back and toggle for my abs filter. And that's it for review 2.